We are talking today about what to do if you don't want to sell stuff. Like, let's be honest, that's the thing that we all fear, right? It's the thing that we all fear the most. It's the thing that we don't want to do. We don't want to be like a creepy, weird salesperson. We don't want to like have our friends all hate us, all that kind of stuff. And as soon as we get Chelsea on, we will talk about that and give you our best tips on really how to navigate that and how to circumvent the whole fear of sales. Because I'm going to give you a little teaser. You don't have to be good at sales to be in an online selling business. And I know that sounds counterintuitive and I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes not being good at selling is actually even your best bet.
Welcome. Hi, Facebook. Here
Hi,
I am.
happy Monday. Okay, so Chelsea, I was just telling everybody that we are talking about today possibly the thing that keeps people, I think the number one thing that keeps people from starting definitely and then succeeding, just fear because they don't want to be like a salesperson seen as cheesy or anything bad, right? I know you've probably experienced this with teammates, maybe even yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that would be the number one. Maybe like almost the only reason that people wouldn't
Yeah.
do this, right? Like if I told you you could make money from your phone in while you do your job, while you raise your kids, while you whatever, it's not I don't want to do that. It's what's the catch,
Yeah.
and the catch is you're going to have to sell something. But it doesn't have to be a catch. It's just what people perceive it to be the problem, right? So when I ask someone if they would tell me their favorite example brand of shampoo, like just a random human, like if I was like, hey, I'm at lunch and I'm like, I need a new shampoo, like what shampoo do you use? Zero people in the world would ever say it would be weird to say what shampoo they use.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not selling.
Yeah.
Like if there's something that you love and you're just sharing what you love. When people say that they are worried about selling, it's because you're putting yourself as the buyer's perspective and you're like inserting yourself in a place where you don't belong. It is not your job to make them purchase it. It is just your job to tell them what the benefit is and how it's going to help them, and then you're hands off. If they don't want it, what's creepy about sales is when you're like trying to badger people into buying something they
Yes.
don't want. So
Yes.
really you're just making the recommendation and your job is to talk about the benefits. I also will say this, I think it's a little cringy when you only talk about the things that you make money on. So if you're only willing to talk about, and this is for people, I saw this a lot in another company I was a part of where it was like, we only talk about the products and we have to use the entire line. And I'm like, that's not authentic. So it's also a little cringy if all you ever do is recommend products that you make money off of. So
Yep.
think of things that you use that you love that you meant. I mean, I'm a Mac girl. I love Mac. I'm going to use Mac forever. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
full stop.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I know. So, like, one of the things that you said, I think, is so stinking important. It is not our job to make the purchasing decision for the other person, right? It's my job to offer you a discussion or to tell you, like, hey, if you want to know more about what I'm using for my skin or my hair or my weight loss or whatever it is that you're selling, that's my job. It's not to be like, you have to buy it, you need this, it's going to make your life like, that's when things get weird, right? Is when you start
Yeah, made it
forcing it.
weird.
Yeah, totally make it weird. You need this. Like if you've ever I heard this analogy a while ago, like the weird people at the mall when you go to the mall and you go shopping and those like kiosk people where they like
Don't be.
chase you down.
Please
Like,
don't.
yeah, we don't want to be that guy, right? Miss, try my perfume. I'm like, ew, get away from me. Gross. No,
No.
we're not chasing people down. We're just saying, like, hey, this is something that I love. Oftentimes we are demonstrating it. I know one of my favorite things to teach people to do is like literally use your product on camera, whatever that is. If you're taking a supplement, show them how you take your supplement in your routine in the morning. If I'm washing my hair, show them how you wash your hair. If you're whatever, like if you're using skincare,
I was
show
just
your
watching you wash
skincare.
your hair just a second ago while you were waiting to come on. I was like,
Literally.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I would be so terrified that,
Yes.
it
Well,
would,
also, I
I,
told my husband, I was like, I just filmed myself in the shower. And he was like, what? What? I was
no,
like, no,
I
it's
mean,
not like that. I
we're
promise.
not going to say this job isn't going to have you doing some weird stuff here and there. Like,
I've also
we would
been
never
building
say
my
that.
business
But
for
you
over a year without filming myself in the shower, so it's fine.
but you can get creative with it. But what we're trying to say is you're not forcing this down people's back, or throat, back, any. You're not forcing it anywhere. So your main purpose is to highlight the benefits, how it's going to help people. And if you are someone that doesn't like sales, and that's the first thing that you're like, I could never do that because I don't like sales, let me ask you this. Do you like helping people? Do you like giving people options? And if you say yes to that, then we can work with that.
One of my favorite things too to tell people when they're first starting out is don't worry about not being an expert. And we actually covered this on a whole other live, but it kind of has the same thread where if you come on and you're like, I am selling scrunchies and I'm the scrunchie expert, people are like, what? Instead of saying like, hey guys, like, look, I was just on this online store and I bought this scrunchie and it's freaking fabulous. And I don't know if you need scrunchies, but I was looking for a scrunchie that was big enough to hold my curly hair. I'm literally like going to sell you on the scrunchie because it is
I
legitimately
know, I
the
kind of
best.
want it now.
It's so great. It's actually a friend of mine makes these and she's got an online store and they're like the most stretchy scrunchies. So I will go on Instagram stories or Facebook and talk about how freaking life-changing this scrunchie is and how I threw all my others out. But for some reason, when people get paid to do it, then they get weird about it and they think they have to be like scrunchie expert. No, you just have to go like, hey, I don't know if you're looking, like if you've got a lot of hair like me and you need a scrunchie that holds it all without being crazy, look, I got one. Let me know. I'll happily send you the link. That's it. Like you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be anything. You just show up as yourself, as your own personal brand, as someone who is just you going on in your life, and people will naturally flock to it. So, anyways, now that I've sold you guys on all the scrunchies, if you legitimately want this, I'll tag my friend Madison.
The link.
Yeah,
for sure.
in the comments and on
But
the
I
show
think
notes,
it's genius that you just did that because it just really illustrated what we're talking about. Like nobody thought you were weird about talking about that scrunchie. In fact, we were all like, "No, tell us more about this scrunchie. Like,
tell us why it's so good.
Like, do the thing again. Yeah, how much is it? Like,
yeah,
so that's what
fabulous.
we're saying. Like, how can you demonstrate what you have? If you love to help people, if you like to make an extra income, this really could be for you. I mean, I'm not going to say that network marketing is for everyone because it's just not. You know, there are some people, if you refuse to show your face on social media, if you refuse to speak to other humans, if you refuse, like, you know, there's a very small group. Yeah, there's some people that are out there that I'm like, maybe this isn't for you. But like the majority of people who think it's not for them, I'm like, the reasons that you think it's not for you are not great reasons.
Yeah.
And
in fact, those are probably the reasons why it is for you. So like if you get on, let's say I'm just going to go with this analogy for a second. Let's say that I want to sell 18,000 scrunchies this month, right? All I'm going to do, I'm not going to come on and like demonstrate scrunchies all the time, but I'm going to talk about scenarios where I'm frustrated that I don't have the right scrunchie or it doesn't fit with my hair, or I'm going to show myself wearing a scrunchie, working out, and like what my needs are. And I'm just going to document my day like I normally would. And if there's an opportunity for me to talk about this amazing scrunchie, I'm going to take that opportunity. It's the same as anything else, right? If you're drinking
another thing is, sorry, to like pop in, but you like, another thing is your audience doesn't want it to be like, this is the best mouse that I have ever seen. Have you seen this mouse? It has an apple on it because it is by Mac. Like, that's like, you know, and maybe I am like a Mac genius and know everything about it. I tell you the specs of this, and I can tell you everything about this. Like, you know, I don't know enough about this to tell you any specs, but pretend like I can. My eyes would glaze over watching you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be the expert. Do you want to know what you're talking about and tell the truth? And do you want to have like some authenticity there? Yes, absolutely. But you don't need to be the need all be all of every product you sell. You just have to say why you like it authentically, what it helps you do, and what you love. Hey, if someone has a technical question and, you know, can I take this while I'm pregnant, or what are the risks with that scrunchie, or like
whatever. Yeah, totally. Like, what's the downside?
I'll go find that for you. I can do that in a private conversation, but it's weird to be on there and only just like saying all of the like hard facts about the product. No one is going to relate to that. What you're really wanting to do is get on there and tell people why you use it and why you love it. That's it. The high level stuff we can get to. We all of our companies, if you're not in a company that has this concern, but all of our companies will have FAQs, they'll have videos, they'll have training, that sort of thing that you can then, if you get a question that you don't know how to answer, because I think that's another thing too, is like when people say they're not an expert, they're like, I'm scared someone's going to ask me something that I don't know how to respond to. And to that I say, you're human. Like, of course.
So then you just say, okay, hey, I don't know that question, but guess what? I can go figure that out. Or
find it out
we can figure it out together by Googling it, because Google knows everything. I don't need to know the specs of everything. I don't need to know any of that. All I need to tell you is that it's something that I use in my life, that I enjoy, and take people on the journey. You know, it reminds me too of like, people will say, oh, well, I'm not skinny enough to promote a supplement, or my hair isn't good enough to promote a shampoo, or my skin is all full of acne. How am I going to sell skincare? Guess what? You take them on your journey, right? You don't need to do that. You just go, hey guys, I have acne. Look at all my acne. I just bought this kit of new skincare, and let's see if it works on my acne. And then
I hate it when people miss an opportunity so much. Like, it makes me like, I'm like, oh my gosh, please go show how bad your face looks. I mean, seriously, girlfriend, I'm not kidding. I know, but like, you showing that, and then a month from now the orders are going to be coming blah blah blah, because they're going to be like, wow, it works, you know. So like, missing that opportunity to show up as you are and let people watch how you grow. This is the same in the business too. Like, I'll have people that won't join me in the business. I've been in the industry almost 10 years, and I'll have people that are just now starting to sign up with me and wanting to work with me, because they're like, not only does it work, like, I've watched you go from like celebrating your $100 checks or your like whatever, to going on a trip to Australia, or to like, you know, like your new house that you bought. Like, I've watched this entire journey. You're the real deal, and I want in with you. So it goes on both the product and the business side. Y'all, do not wait to be the top of your business before you start talking about the benefits of your business. Do not wait for the products to have completely worked before you start talking about what you're hoping they'll do, because you're taking people on a journey, and that is what is going to bring in the sales later, right? Like, can you do it without it? Sure. Like, you can wait until it's good, and then you can say it's great, and you can pretend like you've always been perfect and all of this, and you'll get sales. But you are going to miss out on those people being able to watch your journey, and the people who were skeptical are in. And that's kind of what we're doing here too, right? Like, some of y'all are like, I don't even know y'all, and I don't even know if you know like how to coach us. So we're going to show you like that we can talk about this, and we have some good ideas and some ways to help you. So we're taking you on this journey. Are we professional podcasters?
Clearly not.
Are we professional Facebook livers? Absolutely not. But we're bringing you on this journey, and as this goes along, you're going to see, we practice what we preach. We're doing what we're asking you to do. So don't miss the opportunity. It's like a big soapbox of mine. It makes me sick when I'm like, no, don't wait. And I understand you don't want to get on your social media and not look your best. But the thing that makes me the most upset about social media is that everybody's trying to sell.
We from Texas.
Sometimes I get real country. Everybody's trying to sell this like perfect life, you know, and zero people live this perfect life, you know, and it's sometimes it just makes me like, so turn the phone off. So I'm like, that's not even real. None of that's true. So bring people in on your actual journey and let them see the real you, and let them come along on your journey with you.
Yeah, I love that. I think that is the number one piece of advice that I can tell anybody. Just don't try to be something you're not, and just take people on that transformation. It's so funny too, because so many times, I'll tell you, this is actually hilarious. There's a product that we have in the company that I'm with, and the first time I tried it, I hated it. Absolutely freaking hated it. And it wasn't until I tried it again 2 years later that I was like, what was wrong with me? And every single time I tell that story to people, people are like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, so like I don't have to be like massively in love with everything, like life changing on day one, right? I'm
You're
like,
a
no,
little
nobody's
crazy
like
if you
that.
are.
Nobody's
Like,
like
who
that.
likes every, yeah,
So like,
nobody likes every flavor of everything. Like, let's even take the sales out of it. Like, if I'm going to give you a snow cone, right? And I say, like, you have to tell me the flavor you don't want. Immediately, people are going to tell you the flavor you don't want. No one loves 100% of anything. So quit pretending like, your company does. And it might not even be that your company, it's not a bad product. It's just, we're all different humans with different makeups. And so, and even that product, maybe 2 years later, you're different. Like maybe things have
exactly right.
changed in your world, things have changed in the environment. So just because you don't love it doesn't mean it's a bad product.
Yeah.
It
And you don't
means
have to sell
that
it
those,
either,
no, you don't
which is
never have
awesome.
to talk about it at all if you
Never.
don't want to, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. So I just think that those sales tips are so good, and they're not even really sales tips. They're really tips about like just you showing up as you, which I think you and I, that's really what we want to help people with, right? Is
Yeah.
breaking down this pressure and all these expectations and all this like extra emotional baggage that comes with trying to build a business. There's enough of that going on in our lives that we don't need to create that kind of drama where it's just simple to show up and help people. So you and I are kind of on a mission to just break down all the things that stop people and get them into action that will get them towards their goals.
Yeah, bring me a real person over a used car salesman any day. I'll teach you how to do what I do. It's not going to be as hard as you think it is.
Yeah.
And it's fun, right? Like
Yeah.
it's fun to
Yeah.
engage and it's fun to help people. It can be fun. It does not have to be this big dark rain cloud where you're like, I have to do this and tell you all about this. So we want to help you learn how to do that. We want to take some of these ick things out of network marketing. And it's been too long. It's been like this too long. I'm tired of it. Like, this is a legitimate business that you can succeed in. It's a legitimate business you can add to whatever you already have going on. And I just hate for you to miss out because you think it's not for you.
Yeah.
I have met very few people that it actually wasn't for them. And those people are literally people who are like, I don't even have a social media. Now, can you do it without social media? Absolutely. You can go door to door if you want. Like, I am not going to hold you back. But in this day and age, if you tell me you don't have an Instagram or a Facebook, I'm probably not going to try to twist your arm into getting involved. But really, that's what it takes. An ability, like a willingness to learn, a willingness to be authentic, and a phone with social media.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're new here and you're either listening to us on the podcast or watching us on the replay or on YouTube, here's the deal. Chelsea and I, we see this, like these challenges. We talk to people all day, every single day that have these either mental roadblocks or just something that's keeping them stuck. And we want to give you guys the tools to not only get unstuck, but to not be stuck in the future ever. And so we have created and are in the middle of birthing the most amazing course for you. It is going to be an audio course. It's basically, you are going to have us in your pocket, on your phone, on demand. Yep, we are sitting in your pocket, one of us in each, and we are going to be there to help walk you through all sorts of challenges. So basically, we are going to give you a play-by-play kind of audio book with different chapters, and every single chapter is going to be a different challenge that you might be going through. And not only are we going to cover everything that we've covered on all of these lives, I think there's like 24 chapters. So 24 different challenges that you might come across. Some of them are mindset, some of them are a little bit more tactical, some of them are social media oriented. And we're going to give you all sorts of extra bonuses, including one on how to tell your story very naturally so that your story does the selling for you. Like, this is going to be something like I've never, ever seen before. So if that is at all interesting to you, we are launching later this week. If you get on mavenwaitlist.com, you're going to be the first to know about it when we do launch. And you will also get 30% off, which is insane. Our special launch pricing, like, it's absolutely bonkers.
So hurry, get on there
Bonkers.
now because I have second thoughts.
I know, we're like already regretting it, but that's okay. And
okay. You win.
Can I just tell them what one of the bonuses is? So one of the bonuses,
Please do.
it's insane. One of the bonuses is As soon as you purchase this audio course, we are going to release 4 or 5 modules at a time for you, so it's not like completely overwhelming. As soon as we start releasing those modules, we're going to put you into a group that we are going to give free coaching to. I'm going to say that again. We're going to put you into a group and we are going to give you free coaching 2 times a week until all of it is dripped out. So you're going to get at least 4, maybe more, probably more coaching sessions from us. And so it behooves you, A, to jump in early, and B, like, just get in there, period. And you will get access to us giving you basically free additional coaching,
and
just because we love you.
That group is going to be full of you. So you guys can ask each other questions. You can ask us questions. It's going to be such a great resource. But like Soraya said, imagine that you're in this stuck place and you're like, what would Chelsea and Soraya tell me to do? Like, you're going to be able to like go in, scroll down, pick the exact problem you have, click it, and hear us in your ears.
Giving you exact things to do.
It is okay, girl. We got you. Here's what you're going to do. And it's going to be not only good information, we're going to have a great time.
It'll be really fun. And I'm excited about this. I think that, most people don't have time. Like, how many times have we bought a course and then you never watch the videos? Because, like, nobody has time to sit down and watch 18,000 videos. But
everybody was asking me for an Audible, and I'm like, I understand. And maybe I still will do that. But what I think I can do that is going to help you even more is, so you don't have to listen to a whole book to get help. You can go directly to your problem, and we are going to be there walking you through that problem. I think that is way more beneficial. We are all busy, and we are all trying to run businesses and families and go to the beach and whatever we're doing.
All the life
Who
things.
can listen to a whole Audible right now? I mean, again, maybe I will, but more of it is who can record a whole Audible right now. So this, I think, is really going to be beneficial. I really think y'all are going to love the platform and the way that it works. And I'm excited to get in that group and get coaching y'all.
I know. On waitlist, adds you a email list. Like, we don't spam you. We give all sorts of value, all that good stuff. But we will tell you first thing as soon as it gets released. And so you can jump on it for 30% off, which again is kind of insane.
I'm going to throw you. I'm going to hold on. Can you say that whole thing one more time? Because it had like a really weird robot voice. And I don't know if that's like a weird robot voice that is going to stay there or if it was just on my end.
Facebook audio is super weird. So I will say that again. If you go to the URL mavenwaitlist.com, it is also underneath our faces on this live and in the show notes and in the YouTube description and all the places where you're hearing this. Click below, you will see the link, and that will put you on a list, and you will be the first person notified, or in the group of first people notified, when we launch this later this week. And what that will do is that will give you early access pricing, 30% off this course, which it's already extremely affordable, and we discounted it 30% off again. We're crazy. And as soon as we launch, anyone who buys will get to go into a private group where we will be coaching at least 2 times a week, and we will be answering your questions, like helping you get unstuck, because there's nobody, we both believe, I think I'm speaking for both of us, that anybody can do this business if they have the desire. And so there's so many people out there that just have the desire but overthink things or get in their own way or want some sort of like permission or validation. Like, we're going to empower you with everything that you need to grow your business and not overthink it and not get stuck and not waste time so you can get to your goals.
Sounds too good to be true.
It is. It is. Okay, so on that note, get on mavenwaitlist.com. We will be back on Wednesday with another topic and more information for you. But in the meantime, you'll probably hear from us very soon over email. So see you guys on the email. All right. Bye.
Bye.